Welcome to the NASPA Annual Region 5 and 6 Awards Ceremony. My name is Isaac Rodriguez Lupercio, and I will be your host today. I have the honor of presenting the awards as we celebrate the outstanding achievement of our NASPA colleagues and friends. First, we will hear from our Region 5 and Region 6 directors, Joanna Royce Davis and Ramin Talesh.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ramin Talesh, Associate Vice Chancellor for Student Life and Leadership and Dean of Students at the University of California, Irvine. I'm also the Regional Director for Region 6, and I want to welcome you to the 2022 Western Regional Conference Virtual Awards Ceremony. Congratulations! Congratulations to all our awardees, from presidents to mid-level professionals to students. All of you are being recognized for the impact that you're making on your campuses. I want to take a moment to also thank those of you that nominated folks for awards, that you took the time to show gratitude to other folks on your campus that are really living up to best practices. And lastly, I also want to thank those of you that were nominated that did not receive an award today. It still says a lot that someone took the time out to recognize you for your contributions to your campus. Student Affairs is a wonderful place. We're all dealing with the challenge of change, and thank you for joining us here at the Western Regional Conference, as well as this virtual awards ceremony.
Greetings, Region 5 and Region 6 colleagues. I'm Joanna Royce Davis. I use she, her, hers pronouns, and I currently have the distinct pleasure, honor, and gift of serving as your Region 5 Director. I also have the gift of being among the first to congratulate our Region 5 award winners. Moments like this are precious. They're precious because they provide the opportunity to pause to recognize excellence and to celebrate that excellence in community. And we have excellence in abundance in Region 5. Among our many reasons to celebrate are award winners who have created innovative programs that influence equity outcomes, leaders who provide sustained leadership that changes their communities for the good, and many folks who are rising to their potential and making all of us better because of it. So I hope that you, Region 5, have the opportunity to recognize each of these individuals in person, particularly if they are on your campus, and if not, to send them a note or to give them a high five when you see them next. Much gratitude is owed to our nominators, as well as to the folks who reviewed our nominations and those that put together this program of celebration for us. So again, congratulations to all of our award winners in both Regions 5 and 6. You give us many reasons to be proud, and high five to Region 5. See you soon.
As we announce the award recipients for Region 5 and 6, we will alternate the presentation of awards by region. We will begin this year by recognizing our student award recipients. We would like to first recognize this year's Region 5 and 6 scholarship recipients. A big round of congratulations to this year's scholarship recipients. The NASPA Foundation is committed to raising funds to advance NASPA's mission and legacy. Money raised has been given back to members as scholarships, research grants, and funding for awards. We would like to recognize the following individuals from Region 5 and Region 6 for their investment in the NASPA Foundation. The NASPA Foundation supports the discovery of new knowledge through research and innovation in the field of student affairs. This is achieved through a continued commitment to funding from donors. In addition, the contributions of donors directly support scholarships for NASPA members of all levels and advance excellence in our field. NASPA and the NASPA Foundation are truly grateful for the generosity of our pledged donors whose gifts contribute to the support and success of our colleagues and profession. We are honored to recognize the following individuals from Region 5 and Region 6 for their ongoing contributions to the Foundation. Now we would like to recognize the NASPA Foundation Pillars of the Profession. Each year, the NASPA Foundation recognizes exceptional members of the student affairs and higher education community through the Pillars of the Profession Award, one of the Foundation's highest honors. This award comes from you, our members, and supporters as a way to recognize your fellow colleagues who represent outstanding contributions to our field and our organization. The NASPA Foundation Board of Directors is honored to designate each of the following exemplary individuals as a 2023 Pillar of the Profession. Josie Alquist, Digital Engagement and Leadership Consultant and Speaker. Robin Holmes Sullivan, President at Lewis and Clark College. Leah Jarnigan, Consultant and Facilitator. Help us to celebrate the 2023 Pillars with a donation to the NASPA Foundation in honor of a member of the 2023 Pillars class who has influenced you personally and or professionally. Your gifts ensure the advancement and health and sustainability of the student affairs profession. The Undergraduate Rising Star Award honors a student who helps make their campus culture a positive experience for all students, provides service to others, and exemplifies outstanding leadership skills. This year's recipient of the Region 6 Undergraduate Rising Star Award is Robert Robles, who majors in sociology at Cal State Long Beach. Robert is a proud first-generation, non-traditional student, a NUF Fellow, and a NUF Dungy Leadership Institute graduate. Robert serves as a student assistant and peer mentor for the Men's Success Initiative, assisting in developing programs and supports for the academic and personal success of Black and Latinx males. Additionally, Robert serves as a leader in the First Generation at the Beach, a student group, assisting his fellow generation students to navigate and thrive in their college experience. Robert's dream is to attend a graduate program in higher education student affairs and to work at a community college to support students like himself. A graduate of Long Beach City College, he recently returned to his alma mater as a student success coach in the first year experience program, connecting and guiding first-year students in their academic journey. Robert's nominator describes him as an extremely talented and hardworking individual who promotes inclusion, diversity, and community engagement, great integrity, and social justice in everything he does. In the various roles that he has obtained, he has empowered and enhanced the lives of those that surround him. Please join me in congratulating Robert Robles. This year's recipient of the Region 5 Undergraduate Rising Star Award is Quentin Comos from Oregon State University, Cascades. Quentin is a fourth-year student at OSU Cascades, studying natural resource education, business, and GIS science. After graduation, he aspires to continue working at OSU Cascades in student affairs before finding a career in environmental education. He currently works on campus as a special projects assistant to the interim vice president, working on several projects and major campus initiatives around recruitment and retention, sustainability, parking, and student engagement. Each of his three nominators highlighted different functional areas in which Quentin has acted as a changemaker on campus, showcasing his strength in leadership, interpersonal relationships, and dedication to the OSU Cascades student body. Due to Quentin's many accomplishments and impacts, one of his nominators stated, "I cannot imagine another student that has had the type of impact that Quentin has at OSU Cascades." Please join me in congratulating Quentin Comos. The Graduate Student Rising Star Award honors a graduate student who demonstrates outstanding leadership and service to others, helps to make the campus culture a positive experience for students, and has made a significant impact to their campus community through involvement with research or programming that benefits the field and their institution. Region 6 is pleased to recognize Adeline Diaz, the recipient of the Graduate Student Rising Star Award. Adeline is starting her second year in the Higher Education and Student Affairs Master's Graduate Program at the University of San Francisco. Adelina is currently the Graduate Student Coordinator for Student Development and Advising at USF Cultural Centers. She oversees and organizes the Cultural Center's undergraduate student development calendar for 10 student interns, co-advises the Culturally Focused Club Council, a student organization, and sits on multiple committees. During her first year of graduate school, Adelina's nominator describes her as taking leadership over two immensely important committees: Womex of Color Leadership Conference, with the goal of building individual and community capacity towards justice, and the Interwoven Committee, which is the Asian and Asian American graduation ceremony. Additionally, Adelina co-created a graduate student lounge, space for BIPOC and or queer graduate students. Adelina has exceeded all expectations in her role, and one nominator describes her as passionate about the work of the cultural centers and is extremely committed as a social advocate for marginalized groups facing the disparities of poverty and exclusion. Ultimately, she strives to practice healing centered engagement to transform systems and institutions that have historically harmed communities. Please join me in congratulating Adeline Diaz. Our Region 5 recipient is Sarah Blanchard, who works as a program coordinator at the Holden Center for Leadership and Community Engagement at the University of Oregon. She is also pursuing a Master's of Science in Adult Education at Portland State University, with research focusing on the support and engagement of male college students. Her nominator highlighted Sarah's passion for this area of study, sharing that she trains other student affairs professionals on supporting male students, in addition to presenting on the top at a recent NCORE conference. In her role at the University of Oregon, Sarah has developed 6 new leadership development programs, which have served over 7,500 students. Prior to working in leadership programs, she coordinated experiential learning programming, taught service learning courses, and guided backcountry trips. Please join me in congratulating Sarah. The new professional award is presented to an individual with fewer than 5 years' experience in the student affairs profession and who demonstrates outstanding service to an institution of higher education, active involvement in NASPA, and a significant promise for future leadership roles in the student affairs profession. This year's Region 6 award winner is Miguel Jimenez. Miguel serves as the founding Male Success Initiative Program Coordinator within the Warrior Cross Cultural Center at California State University, Stanislaus. Miguel is a first-generation college student and has a passion for serving underserved students. Previous to his current position, Miguel served as an academic advisor and transitioned into a brand new position where he was able to build the Male Success Initiative program from the ground up. His nominators describe him as a student-centered advocate with great leadership style. In the spring of 2021, Miguel collaborated with Fresno State and Humboldt Polytechnic University to implement a 3-part program to focus on healing and mental health for men of color and professionals. Participants were deeply impacted by the event. One of his nominators wrote, "On this panel, Miguel was the most sincere, authentic, humble, and encouraging new professional, wise beyond his years. It was incredible to watch." As a new professional, Miguel has been responsible for multiple strategic initiatives across higher education institutions and is deeply invested in creating stronger and more equitable opportunities for others. Please join me in congratulating Miguel Jimenez. Sylvia Rangel Van Breed of Reisman from Washington State University, Tri-Cities, where she works in counseling services as a student counselor wellness coordinator. Sylvia's nominators shared the role she took in building the framework to increase awareness around mental health at WSU Tri-Cities by utilizing a multitude of methods to get information and resources in front of students, which included Sylvia personally attending over 60 events on campus. In 2021, WSU Tri-Cities Counseling Services saw the largest amount of single appointments than previous years, seeing 6% of students for individual meetings or consultations. Sylvia is currently assisting with a campus-wide initiative around crisis management and resource systems. Her area also developed the Coop Mind Spa, an online self-help resource bank. Sylvia is a licensed marriage, couple, and family therapy and co-occurring disorders specialist. Her goal is to continue to work with the college population and pursue a doctorate degree within the field of psychology. Congratulations, Sylvia. The Mid-Level Professional Award recognizes an individual who demonstrates outstanding commitment to the profession, contributions to programs that address the needs of students, and experience in creating campus environments that promote student learning and development. This year's Region 6 Mid-Level Professional Award winner is Mike Ho. Mike currently serves as the Director of Student Life at Paradise Valley Community College. Mike has served Paradise Valley Community College for 18 years with extensive experience from various institutions within housing and student life. Mike has a passion for serving diverse student populations and is well respected among his peers, district colleagues, his staff, faculty, and campus administration. One of his colleagues describes him as the go-to individual for anything students and staff need. He is trusted as a leader. His nominator describes that during a one-year period when the campus was without a Dean of Student Affairs, Mike stepped up to support the division. In this period, he launched a food pantry, developed a student care team, led campus climate initiatives, cultivated family partnerships, and supported his colleagues, all while maintaining his role as Director of Student Life. Mike's nominator writes, Mike Ho is the ideal mid-level professional to honor with this award at this time as NASPA Region 6 reflects on the challenge of change with excellence. His responsiveness to student needs, commitment to his colleagues, innovative spirit, willingness to embrace difficult tasks, and passion for his work are ideal for him to be considered for this honor. Congratulations, Mike. This year, Region 5 is happy to award two deserving individuals the Outstanding Mid-Level Professional Award. The first recipient is Karen Metzner, Assistant Dean of Students and Director for Community Standards at Washington State University. Karen's work with this dynamic department is critical to the university's risk reduction plans, and her nominators included her ability to be flexible and adaptable to many high-level incidents and cases. Outside of her direct responsibilities, she served as a leader and mentor to colleagues across the WSU campus and is regularly looked to for professional guidance. A nominator wrote, I can't overstate what an influential role Ms. Metzner plays in creating a stable, positive work environment that supports implementation of best practices and national guidance. In her free time, Karen likes to spend time with her spunky 8-year-old, tackle home improvement projects, and explore the outdoors. Congratulations, Karen. Our next recipient from Region 5 is Williama Sanchez, who has worked at Oregon State University for the last 7 years within University Housing and Dining, most recently serving as the Acting Director for Diversity Initiatives and Programs. Williama has been contributing to NASPA in our regions for many years. He is co-chair for this year's Western Regional Conference and in 2021 served as the WRC Programs co-chair. In 2021, the programs team was faced with the challenge of hosting both in-person and virtual educational sessions, doubling the work of an already very intensive position. But this commitment to access, while honoring everyone's unique journeys through the COVID-19 pandemic, ensured that more SA pros were able to participate in the conference in the way most comfortable to them. Williama's leadership was characterized by a nominator as being full of thoughtfulness, intentionality, and with a humanistic approach. Region 5 wishes Williama the best of luck in his new home in Region 6, as he recently transitioned to a new role at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. Congratulations, Williama! The Innovative Program Award is conferred upon an institution or individual who has developed and implemented an outstanding program for their campus. Nominated programs have furthered the growth of students and enhanced life on campus, or have introduced new ideas, methods, or programs which result in improved educational activities, services, or management for an individual campus community or group of campus communities. The recipient of this year's Region 6 Innovative Program Award is Dr. Christine Comwell, who coordinates and leads the Manoa Access Initiative MAI program.
The MY program at the University of Hawaii at Manoa provides an innovative pathway for those students prematurely marked as not college ready. Since 2015, this entry into college initiative supports underserved and underrepresented populations and challenges current institutional pathways that limit access. MY is a uniquely developed partnership bringing together the Office of Student Equity, Excellence, and Diversity, SEED, Admissions, Native Hawaiian Student Services, NHSS, and the Department of Ethnic Studies to expand equity, inclusion, and social justice at UHM. Programmatically, my students are enrolled in a designated Ethnic Studies 101 section, where students, in addition to the Ethnic Studies curriculum, are required to attend a Success Lab session taught by a student affairs professional and an ES teaching assistant. These labs facilitate an intimate space to discuss the content, but also provide students with critical tips, information, and support to be a successful student. A former MY student, Kira, shared, "This program has given me the opportunity to be successful and confident in college. The program gave me the support and resources I needed, and it impacted my whole worldview, bringing so many great perspectives and opportunities to my life." The MY program has created a praxis model that has increased students' sense of belonging and exposure to campus resources and counseling while providing a space for students to interrogate Hawaii's social culture, their various and intersecting identities, and their place in the community. Congratulations, Dr. Q and the Manoa Access Initiative team. The People's Gathering, a Revolution of Consciousness conference, was founded by Melanie Denise Cunningham at Pacific Lutheran University in Tacoma, Washington, where she serves as the Director of Multicultural Outreach and Engagement. The People's Gathering is a professional and personal development learning experience that provides a supportive space where participants can engage in frank and open dialogue about race and racial disparities systematically present in work, school, and everyday life. A host of local and national social justice scholars and leaders from Indigenous, Asian, Black, Latino, multiracial, Pacific Islander, and white communities lead small group discussions. The People's Gathering has become a nationally recognized event that sells out every year. It is an essential opportunity for participants to learn, unlearn, and relearn issues of race and racial injustices in our shared communities. The program has thrived both in person and in virtual spaces, with the 11th convening being held just last week on November 10th, 2022, with Dr. Eddie Moore Jr. as the key presenter. Melanie Cunningham continues to be the executive producer and host of this event, and her creativity and innovation is leading the People's Gathering into its next evolution with the expansion of a new opportunity, the People's Golf Gathering. This new initiative is set to bring together golfers and non-golfers to engage in difficult race conversations in a space where people of color continue to be underrepresented. Congratulations to Melanie Cunningham and the People's Gathering. The Knowledge Community Award for Innovation and Visibility is presented to a knowledge community that is visible, collaborative, and intentionally creates ways to uplift resources and programs to involve NASPA members and other KCs. The Wellness and Health Promotion Knowledge Community provides opportunities to explore and address the complex relationships between health, learning, and student well-being. Over the past year, this KC has provided consistent presence, relevant content, responsive learning opportunities, and helpful nudges for NASPA Region 5 members during a period of time when the overall well-being of NASPA members needed to be centered and recentered. Additionally, the KC has developed key communication capabilities that allow NASPA members to engage their individual well-being and the well-being of students and their campuses through easy-to-apply learning moments, combined with more substantive topics and more intensive options for engagement. Many Region 5 members look forward to when a Wellness and Health Promotion KC email shows up in their inbox and to their relatively frequent posts on social media. This KC is especially deserving of this award because of how they show up for and with NASPA members, as well as their ability to creatively use multiple mediums for member engagement, and their clear focus on caring for and enhancing the well being of members and their campus communities. Please join me in congratulating the Wellness and Health Promotion Knowledge Community.
The Community College Professional Award recognizes an individual who has made outstanding contributions to community colleges, facilitates the creation of a campus environment that promotes student learning and personal development, and provides innovative and responsive services to community college students. This year's recipient of the NASPA Region 6 Community College Professional Award is Dr. Derek Vergara, the Dean of Students at Orange Coast College. Dr. Vergara has over 30 years of experience in the field of education and student affairs. Dr. Vergara began his career in student affairs in 1987 and has worked at UC Riverside, UC Irvine, University of La Verne, Concordia University, Fullerton College, and Pepperdine University in a variety of student affairs roles. Dr. Vergara has taught courses at the University of La Verne, Citrus College, Azusa Pacific University, and Brandman University's doctoral program in education. He received his bachelor's and master's degree in social sciences from Azusa Pacific University and a doctorate degree in education, emphasizing organizational leadership at the University of La Verne. In his role as Dean of Students, he has effectively led and managed the first residential housing facility in a Southern California community college from inception to full capacity of over 800 beds. One of the nominators stated, "I cannot stress enough of Dr. Vergara's dedication and passion in serving students and ensuring we use an equity-based and research-to-practice approach to support student learning and development." Dr. Vergara continues to teach part-time in graduate and doctoral programs to further pave the way for rising student affairs professionals. Another nominator remarked, "Because of Derek's vast knowledge as a professor in the classroom, teaching real-time student affairs theories, he continues to bring all of the current research to practice, thereby impacting and creating positive ripple effects that promote student learning and development at the California community colleges." Dr. Vergara is an active member of NASPA, serving on 3 NASPA advisory boards and on conference committees. He currently serves as the Community College Division representative for Region 6. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Derek Vergara. Jody Katz is a fierce advocate for student disability rights. She is the director of the Disability Resource Center at Salt Lake Community College in Salt Lake, Utah, where she is credited with elevating the work of the center. She is client-driven and balances the fine line between the needs of compliance and care for students with the ultimate goal of being an advocate and source of support. Her work with students develops strong leaders and helps the campus community understand that not all disabilities can be seen. Invisible, physical, and mental disabilities affect more than we realize or acknowledge. Jody's work and passion is sparked by being a proud member of a multi-generational disabled family. Her entire life has been informed by wheelchair users and their experiences navigating an often discriminatory society. She is the parent of 3 children, one that is deaf and uses American Sign Language. In addition to her work at SLCC, Jody has been a certified rehabilitation counselor for 22 years and is a licensed rehabilitation counselor in the state of Utah. Congratulations, Jody. The NUF Champion Award is conferred upon an institution or individual who has made strategic investments in the NASPA Undergraduate Fellows or NUF program. These individuals have invested significant time and resources into developing their campus program, connecting students to opportunities, and furthering the professional growth of NUF students. This year's recipient of the Region 6 NUF Champion Award is Sarah Blair Medeiros, the Associate Director of the Women's Resources and Research Center at the University of California, Davis. Previous to this role, Sarah served as the Assistant Director of Outreach at the WRRC and as the Residential Education Coordinator. Her initial professional experience began in the area of housing at the University of California, Santa Barbara, the University of Vermont, and as an area coordinator of Mount Holyoke College. Sarah is a fierce, queer, Jewish, transracial adoptee woman of color. Sarah is a Bay Area native, passionate about gender equity work and social justice. Her approach to the work is founded in her intersectional life experience and the philosophy that authentic human relationships are a crucial part of the collective struggle for equity and liberation. Sarah has served as a long-term member of the NUF Planning Committee at UC Davis and has provided mentorship to countless fellows. Sarah is a caring and supportive mentor and a tireless advocate for students. She is a champion for the NUF program, collecting and presenting annual data that supports the funding and growth of the NUF initiative at UCD. One nominator stated, "She models leadership in her professional roles through her unapologetic advocacy for the time and resources necessary to support students and create opportunities for professional growth and exploration." A former NUF fellow stated, "Sarah not only supported my exploration of and eventual entry into the field of higher education and student affairs, but also challenged me to grow as an agent of change." Another nominator writes, "Sarah is the definition of an intentional, social justice-oriented student affairs practitioner. She is easily the most compassionate person I know, the kind of person who goes out of her way to help students every day while also role modeling appropriate work-life boundaries. Sarah loves listening to music, her dog and all dogs, cooking, trying new things, and spending time with her wife Michelle, family, and friends. Please join me in congratulating Sarah Blair Medeiros." Dr. Jana Bernstein is this year's Region 5 NUF Champion Award winner. She currently works at the College of Southern Nevada as the director of Title V and previously worked at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, where she was instrumental in bringing the NASPA NUF program to that campus. In 2014, UNLV had never had a NUF fellow, but Jana met a student named Carlos Navarro, who became the first member of the UNLV NUF program. Carlos wrote one of Jana's letters of support for this award, a true testament to the connection they formed 8 years ago when he was a senior. Through Jana's mentorship, Carlos shared that he got into his top choice graduate school, receiving funding to attend NASPA conferences, and their mentorship relationship continued for the duration of his time in graduate school. Jana used her professional network throughout our region to grow a robust NUF program at UNLV. In the 5 years prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, the campus went from having no NUF program at all, then grew to include 6 NUF students and 4 NUF members. In addition to her work at institutions in Nevada, Jana previously served on the Region 5 board as a Knowledge Community Rep, served on the NUF Advisory Board, and this year she's one of the co-chairs for the WRC NUF Pre-Conference. Congratulations, Jana. The Scott Goodnight Award for Outstanding Performance as a Dean or Vice President is presented to a Senior Student Affairs Officer who has made exemplary contributions to the student affairs profession. This year, Region 5 will be recognizing 2 outstanding individuals in this category. First is Dr. Sarah Cutton, Assistant Vice President of Students and Belonging and Deputy Title IX Coordinator at the University of Oregon in Portland. Dr. Cutton has over 15 years of experience working in higher education in the state of Oregon, honoring her talents at Willamette University, Portland State University, and now the University of Oregon. Sarah has shared her many talents with the Region 5 Advisory Board in multiple roles since 2015. Most recently, she has been a stalwart supporter and advocate for our knowledge communities and has applied many new and creative approaches to the recruitment and retention of KC representatives and members across our vast region. A nominator highlighted, Sarah's work in NASPA for the last 7+ years has been impactful throughout the organization. In her roles with NASPA, she has presented and hosted socials to better amplify the reach of the transracial adoptee and multiracial KC, formerly the multiracial KC, and help student affairs professionals understand how to better support multiracial students in their services. Her work has helped to create a place of belonging for transracial adoptees and multiracial professionals within NASPA. As a scholar, Dr. Cudden is fascinated by the transformation that takes place as students navigate post-secondary education experiences. Her ongoing research leverages critical race theory to explore how racism informs adult identity formation of Black college students. Congratulations, Sarah. Region 5's second recipient is Dr. Ellen Taylor, Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs at Washington State University. Dr. Taylor has worked in Region 5 for 27 years and came to WSU following positions at the University of Washington and Oregon State University. Dr. Taylor's career began in the college mental health arena, and this sense of care and compassion is noted throughout her career. One nominator wrote, "Her ability to listen, get to the heart of an issue, and address concerns with care and consistency have been essential. She is credited with leading teams through times of growth and challenge, and empowers those around her to grow their talents. A leader filled with high integrity, Ellen is deeply devoted to humanizing our work as we seek new adjustments of how we support students as professionals in our developing era of higher education." Outside of work, Ellen is an avid reader who loves camping, hiking, and travel. Congratulations, Ellen. The Region 6 Sandra Kugler Excellence in Mentoring Award, named in honor of former Dean of Students at Cal State San Marcos, recognizes individuals for their ability to advocate and advise in administrative, organizational, and professional matters, as well as to be an excellent role model for others. This year's recipient of the Region 6 Sandra Kugler Excellence in Mentoring Award is Dr. Susana Hernandez, Chair and Professor of the Department of Educational Leadership at Fresno State. Dr. Hernandez received her doctorate from Iowa State University in Educational Leadership in 2013 and has been paving the way since for countless emerging master's and doctoral students to see their potential as higher education and student affairs professionals. Nominators describe Dr. Hernandez as a tireless advocate and champion of students who provides steady support in her mentorship. She encourages students to publish their necessary research, often partnering with them on publications and presentations at NASPA and AERA conferences. As noted by one of her nominators, Dr. Hernandez is exceptional with a strength of character rooted in integrity and ethical care for others. She is a fantastic advisor and educator, a tireless advocate and champion, and she has modeled how to build mentoring relationships. A former student wrote, "She demonstrated Latina representation, being a proud brown woman in higher education, and the importance of our continued existence in these spaces. Dr. Hernandez empowered me to understand all of my intersecting identities and modeled being unapologetically herself while disrupting the spaces she was in and encouraging others to do so as well." Another former student who is first generation and Latina wrote, "Dr. Hernandez has represented what is possible in academia, that I too can succeed." Dr. Hernandez is an active NASPA member, having served on NASPA's faculty council. Additionally, she has served as the Research Division representative on the NASPA Region 6 board. It is no surprise that Dr. Hernandez has served as a mentor through the NASPA Center of Women and served on the 2014 NASPA WRC Planning Committee as the chair of the Research and Policy Institute. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Susana Hernandez. The Fred Turner Award is conferred upon a professional for their significant service to NASPA. It is named in honor of one of NASPA's most distinguished past board chairs, 1958 to 59, and former Senior Student Affairs Officer at the University of Illinois. Dr. Jessica Chi is the Assistant Dean for Institutional Diversity at Reed College in Portland, Oregon, and is this year's Region 5 awardee for the Fred Turner Award for Outstanding Service to NASPA. Dr. Chi joined the leadership team at Reed College in 2015, where she oversees the Multicultural Resource Center and the community engagement programs, as well as leads campus-wide diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Operating with a students first mindset, Jessica is in charge of a variety of programs that bring students, faculty, and staff together for engagement and meaningful conversations and collaborative work to meet the institution's DEI initiatives. Jessica also serves as an adjunct professor at Lewis and Clark College and the University of San Francisco in their higher education programs. Jessica contributes much to our field, presenting at multiple conferences from different professional organizations and mentors students and other professionals through their educational journey. She is a past board member of the Oregon Women in Higher Education, now the Gender Advocacy and Inclusion Network in Higher Education, and has been on the NASPA Region 5 Advisory Board since 2013. On the Region 5 board, she has served as a Knowledge Community Representative and is currently the State Representative for Oregon. For many years, she served as the awards coordinator, ensuring that the work done by colleagues around our region is recognized and celebrated. In her own words, our awards process demonstrates our value of celebrating excellence and honoring the legacy of work of those who've come before us, our colleagues, and our programs. The Region 5 board is proud to now shine the spotlight on Jessica by presenting her with this award. Congratulations, Jessica. The Support Staff Award is presented to individuals who consistently provide outstanding administrative support and are recognized by colleagues for their dedication and support of student success, services, staff, and initiatives. This year's recipient of the NASPA Region 6 Support Staff Award is Courtney Keon, the Administrative Support Coordinator at the Diversity Initiatives and Resource Centers at the California State University, Fullerton. Courtney joined the team in 2021 and she has been a champion for student success. Courtney is dedicated and passionate about diversity, equity, and inclusion within educational spaces, especially when related to student success. Her nominator describes some of Courtney's accomplishments. Under Courtney's leadership, students have been encouraged and empowered to create their own unique programming. She has been instrumental in the success of 5 large-scale cultural recognition celebrations, and she has stepped up to oversee the Brave Space and Colors of Culture Art Gallery. As noted by one of her nominators, Courtney is a truly student-centered professional. In addition to always being a reliable team player who actively contributes to the department's mission through programming efforts, she intentionally considers the impact of policies and procedures and seeks solutions to remove barriers for students. Please join me in congratulating Courtney Keon. This year, Region 5 is recognizing Stephanie Cooper from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, with the 2022 Support Staff Award. Stephanie has worked at UNLV for 15 years and is currently the Chief of Staff to the Vice President for Student Affairs. Stephanie shares that the most rewarding part of all of her responsibilities is working with students in crisis. She manages high-level and complex issues surrounding students who suffer housing, food, and severe financial insecurities. Words and phrases her nominators used to describe her include connector, the go-to person to resolve issues, diligent, and empathetic. A common theme across her nominations was her ability to provide care and kindness in some of the most challenging times a student is facing. An especially standout accolade is Stephanie's work through UNLV's How Can We Help forum. Created at the onset of COVID-19, this forum acts as a one-stop online portal for students to request help with any type of challenge. Stephanie volunteered to monitor submissions to the forum, and to date, she has processed thousands of requests with 400 connections in the past year alone to UNLV's student support team. Congratulations, Stephanie. The Distinguished Service to the Profession Award honors an individual's outstanding achievements and contributions to the profession over an extended period of time. Shane Simpson is the first of 2 awardees from Region 5 this year. As Associate Director of Undergraduate Programs and Academic Success, Shane leads the academic advising and curriculum units in the Beatty School of Business at Simon Fraser University in British Columbia, Canada. Prior to joining the team at SFU, Shane worked for over 10 years at Mount Royal University in Calgary and has held sessional instructor roles at multiple universities in Western Canada. His professional work has centered around institutional assessment, academic advising, and organizational management. A lifelong learner, Shane holds 2 undergraduate degrees, an MA in sociology, and a number of postgraduate certificates in strategic planning and leadership. Shane has also been a member of the Region 5 Advisory Board for 5 years, often seated as the only representative from Canada. Shane's input and guidance on the niche differences between Canada and American higher educational systems have been of great benefit to the Region 5 Board. A nominator shared, Shane always adds strong perspective in our planning and strategy meetings for the region. He acts as a guidepost to ensure we are being inclusive of the needs of our Canadian colleagues. Shane has also volunteered his time with the Canadian Association of College and University Student Services. Please join me in celebrating Shane for his achievements. Region 5's second awardee is Dr. Ed Whipple, Interim Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management at Boise State University. Cumulatively, Dr. Whipple has served in a Vice President for Student Affairs role for 28 years. Previous institutions served in this role include Montana State University Billings and Bowling Green State University, before returning to his home state of Oregon to serve as VPSA at his alma mater, Willamette University in Salem, Oregon. Ed began his current tenure at Boise State University in the summer of 2021, and nominators shared that he made an immediate impact in the lives of students. In his short time there, the institution has initiated plans for additional student housing and secured a multi-year contract with a new food service provider. His success in garnering additional personnel funds allowed for the creation of new staff positions in student recruitment and EDI work. Colleagues shared that his accessibility, leadership, and mentoring skill set have been warmly received and were greatly needed as the team transitioned back from the pandemic. Dr. Whipple has given his time and talents back to the profession as a teacher in multiple disciplines, serving as the national president of his fraternity, Phi Delta Theta, the author of a plethora of publications, and through multiple leadership roles across NASPA, including terms as chair of the Foundation Board and on the NASPA Board of Directors. Congratulations, Ed. The President's Award is a special recognition given to a college or university president or chancellor who has, over a sustained period of time, advanced the quality of student life on their campus by supporting student affairs staff and initiatives. Nominees must demonstrate evidence of direct involvement in enhancing the quality of student life on campus, active attempts to involve students and student life staff in governance at the institution, and significant contributions to the profession which have an impact beyond an individual campus. This year's recipient of the NASPA Region 6 President's Award is Dr. Howard Gilman, the Chancellor of the University of California, Irvine. A native of Southern California, Chancellor Gilman grew up in North Hollywood and was a first-generation college student. He earned a bachelor's, magna cum laude, Phi Beta Kappa, master's and doctoral degrees in political science at UCLA. Dr. Gilman was appointed by the University of California Board of Regents as the 6th Chancellor of the University of California, Irvine on September 18, 2014. He is an award-winning scholar and teacher with expertise in the American Constitution and the Supreme Court. He holds faculty appointments in the School of Law, the Department of Political Science within the School of Social Sciences, the Department of History within the School of Humanities, and the Department of Criminology, Law, and Society within the School of Social Ecology, and every year he teaches an undergraduate seminar. He also provides administrative oversight to and serves as co-chair of the Advisory Board of the University of California's National Center for Free Speech and Civic Engagement. Dr. Gilman is a tireless advocate for students who gives generously of his time and attention to improving the lives of students. As noted by one of his nominators, as a first-generation college student himself, Dr. Gilman understands the unique challenges students face entering higher education. More importantly, he uses his own experiences to help him understand the important role student affairs plays in the development of students. Another nominator writes about Dr. Gilman's dedication, showing up, and being present at campus-wide events, programs, and at smaller, intimate events such as fairs and classes. They write, Chancellor Gilman has never turned me down for an invitation to speak to student audiences to celebrate student successes, share his vision for UCI, teach about the First Amendment and free speech, and inspire them with his own career and life journey. Please help me in congratulating Dr. Howard Gilman.
Thank you very much for this great honor. This award is especially meaningful because it highlights the reason all of us at UCI do the work we do. You know, here at UCI, we do many things. We educate the brightest young people. We develop the next generation of researchers, scholars, and professionals. We explore the frontiers of knowledge. We create new tools and products. We provide healthcare for our friends and neighbors. And we find solutions for the world's most pressing problems. But at the heart of everything we do are our students. And I have the great privilege of facilitating the work of our outstanding student affairs staff as they take on the most important responsibility and the most challenging one on this campus, addressing all that our students need in order to ensure their success. These amazing professionals help high school and transfer students from the communities around us prepare for the challenges of entering a great four-year college. They smooth their transition to the greater academic demands of UCI. They offer academic support and experiential learning opportunities. They help our students find their passion and work to their potential. In all of these ways and more, these dedicated staff members enrich our students' minds and spirits, enable them to achieve at the highest level, and open up the best opportunities for them to pursue their goals and have a positive impact on society. Every day they meet with, advise, guide, mentor, encourage, influence, and support our thousands of UCI students. They have a greater direct effect on more UCI students than any other group at the university, and they do this vital work very, very well. I am so proud to be their colleague, and I am honored to accept this award on behalf of UCI and the Division of Student Affairs. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for joining us to celebrate our NASPA colleagues and friends. We'd like to take a moment to thank the awards committee for their hard work. We hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.